Hey guys, it's Alex here. We won 2 out of 3 matches uh, for the previous Cosmic Crucible, and I'm taking a look again at my defenses. Here in room number 1, I had Rogue instead of Sunspot, but in all the matchups, she didn't really do anything. So, like here, this team was barely not beaten from a straight a Masters of Evil, and Kang only had 2 diamonds. So, yes, Nightcrawler saved the day at the very last moment, but I don't know. I feel it's kind of a disappointment throwing Rogue in there and being beaten, at least almost beaten by Masters of Evil. And she didn't do anything on that this matchup. Here again, she didn't do anything. She just died. And again, the first matchup here, she just died. She usually gets disrupted. It doesn't even put a taunt up. Uh, I don't know. She's kind of slow. I don't think that the rooms benefit extreme anymore that much. In contrast with the previous 2 seasons. Uh, Maybe we also have Cabal, so we have more on offense, and they kind of lost a little bit on their chances to get a defensive victory. In any case, I feel it's kind of a waste throwing Rogue in there. I would prefer watching the replays that I had my people spawn with a offense up, so Gambit Pinks would do at least a little bit more damage, and Nightcrawler if he at least use his special, because otherwise he dies. Uh, Usually doesn't reach his ultimate. Plus, he's kind of small, so people targeting Forge may kill him by mistake and by attacks that do AoE, not only adjacent. And so, I don't know, he's kind of like, he gives them offense up on the spawn. You have Rogue for defense, for offense, or maybe to find a clever way to put her on another defense. It hasn't occurred to me something. I don't think she fits anywhere, but maybe she does. Uh, at least I will try her on offense, and we have a higher chance of Sunspot dying and giving speed bar on for Forge if they don't attack with a Cabal. And if they attack with Cabal, at least they attacked in a weak team, so it's worth it to put them there. That's what I'm trying now, because I didn't see Rogue doing anything useful, and we'll see how this plays out. I will definitely rethink this room when we get 7 stars on Nightcrawler and Forge, and also diamonds on them. We should definitely make it more interesting. I'm almost kind of tempted to not say build up a Sunspot that high, and also I'm not like putting 11 on Sunspot and a Cyclops, because they might die by mistake if you have the other ones very big and the big team comes here, and that's the way this team can win. So then Forge gets speed bar, and he messes with your plans. Room number 2 was almost a surprise. I think it's the best defense, because I was thinking that probably Bifrost is the best defense before putting it here. And yes, if you have a lot of Bifrost at tier 18, it's a big trouble. Otherwise, they can be beaten very easily by Hive Mind that I used to beat the other teams. Like, let's see here, attack 1, a Hive Mind. I haven't built up a Venom, and I don't plan to. At least in the near future, and I put my Vol here, and I lost a bit of efficiency but won very easily. Then here a Hive my I had my Bifrost on offense for beating a Pegasus, and here a I use Spider-Man Noir. He gives 25% damage to Spider-Verse, so to everyone. He gets a lot of turns to do more damage. He will very soon go to gear tier 18. So a I don't know. It feels very solid, though it doesn't feel hard. I don't know if I would try this matchup if everyone was at gear tier 18. So I'm a lot less excited about Bifrost in room number 2. They can also be beaten by a weird like Pegasus plus a very big character instead of Castle, which I think is very expensive. It's not very worth it for you to do it on offense. Uh, so I'm building them up a little bit more. Will probably bring rescue from level 95 to 100 because they usually target the rescue if they do the mirror match with their Kestrel. So I want her to survive and then go into stealth and have Iron Man Infinity War taunt. I would prefer actually to have him somewhat smaller because if he dies, then uh, rescue I think clears all the positive all the negative effects. Let's see what happens exactly. Uh, so Death of Iron Man Infinity War clear all negative effects from self and all power armor and Pegasus allies and apply immunity for 2 turns. And he gets like speed bar 50% and 3 ability energy for any death. So it's a like the way that this team can hold up better against a Bifrost is they kill Arman 30 War with better build ultimate, let's say, and then the other ones clear their bleeds because of rescue passive, and then rescue maybe revives him, and you are at least take more efficiency from this. Will probably like maybe bring to gear 17. Uh, rescue if this no rescue. Ironheart from the Wakandan movie, and we'll probably put a few levels on everyone. Maybe leave Iron Man Infinity War. He also has 2 diamonds. Leave him kind of small, but I will put ISO 5. Striker, I have ISO 4 now. To him being doing surprisingly more damage because he's also at 2 diamonds and take advantage of that, but having low health to possibly die and have rescue, clear negative effects and whatever. I'm also like a I realized in a couple of matchups that now even if Adam Warlock was like gear 16, probably people will still kill him now by mistake. So like here, no this one, this one. Yes, with the war dogs. So like they chain multiple times, targeting Phyla well, and I would probably like bring Phyla well to gear tier to level 100 from 97 that is now. So uh, probably people will attack me with more firepower here and kill again Adam Warlock by mistake. So I think Gear 16 makes more sense. He will still die by mistake, but have a little bit more focus and damage. And uh, when he dies the first time, he might not die that quickly the second time. If this makes any sense, if it can play out like this, we'll probably put a bit more levels on them. They're also maybe the first team to go from my defense, and I don't really plan on using them on offense that much. So I don't know exactly how this will do. I'm also thinking like maybe keep more on offense if I want to replace another team and keep Infinity Watch on defense because at least there's a lot of efficiency and with higher levels on like File Well from 97 to 100 and Moondragon from 95 to 100. I don't know if I will put levels that quickly on Nebula. I also brought her to gear tier 19 to maybe not having that often Icarus double tap. And this is a scary team. I was lucky pulling 2 diamonds on Gamora. I think it makes sense to make the two, boost them up a little bit more, and maybe have them get occasional defensive victory or at least higher efficiency sync. Room number 4 was very good and keeping them like this. I also brought Infinity Watch here because this is a team that like a room that a room number 3. It's crazy what Master of Evil can do. They can destroy everything. So uh, I think here then use Master of Evil here and here. Like they do a lot. It's kind of a waste putting something here because they also assistant gang does a lot of damage. So here at least you have them soak up, even if they go with Master of Evil a little bit more efficiency. Also it's like an expensive counter Master of Evil, I feel like, as they won't have them for other rooms. And I don't know, I had in the first matchup a Superior 6 that didn't do terribly. I mean, they kinda did a little bit of damage at least and pulled some efficiency. But there's so many counters now to Superior 6 on. I didn't have them here, I think. No, not anymore. There are so many counters to Superior 6. I don't think they're so great on defense. There's like a cheap counter that they at least it's suggested by people with Spider-Man Noir and Eternals and a Minerva and Doom. Like it's a very cheap counter for like Superior 6 that used to be the gods of Cosmic Crucible. So I don't know. They are so big. At least I have them as a good offensive option to clear some rooms. They're kinda not super scary on defense. There's many counters to them. So I throw here Infinity Watch, which having seen how Master of Evil play out, I would be super disappointed if my Superior 6, that's a much newer team, would be crushed by Master of Evil, even if it was a huge Master of Evil. I don't know exactly how this plays out, but I don't want to know. I want them to be on offense preferably and not like waste them on defense. I feel like they're somewhat wasted this season. Also, like there is a small like mirror match advantage that if people bought them, they have a Green Goblin Classics passive awakened ability is done, but so they spawn with defense up and your opponents don't. Your team doesn't, the opponents do. In any case, room number 4 is very nice. It pulled a defensive victory here very barely and gave me this Crucible match and against Abdog. And what did I do here? Okay, here they won, but even then they pull a bit of efficiency like health and stuff. And so they're kind of tricky. I spread Thanos and Quicksilver apart so people cannot like hit adjacent between the two because they're probably the last that's gonna stay alive. So they survive a bit more. It's more likely that all the other weaker Black Order members in the middle drop below 50% health and give speed bar to Thanos. I think it's 50% speed bar per drop. It's a lot. It's worth Thanos. I have him here. I will bring him to level 100 for this. Yes, fill speed bar by 50% and he gives them regeneration. So like it can get to 150% speed bar very easily by a attack that hits everyone, drops the other 3, gives Thanos 150% speed bar, maybe 200 if it's also himself, and they might survive. They boost one more level on Ibonimo, so maybe he gets boost to 50% but survives. Also have like the 2 weakest adjacent to the highest priority targets, so you have like Proxima Midnight next to Quicksilver, and I think that most people will target, so it's most likely to drop even though he has 2 diamonds. Then Ibonimo kinda has low health, and he doesn't have diamonds, so he might get dropped after the target Thanos. Thanos will get speed bar. There's also the very rare chance Crucible at some point will taunt, either by Thanos applying it or by him applying to himself. And so you have him there, the other two might get dropped as well, drop below 50%, and he might protect the other two people on the side. Mostly they're like this, change them like this because they're probably gonna kill all three in the middle and then have to attack separately and cannot hit my two most important characters together. Otherwise, I'm gonna put like 1100 or Thanos and leave this team as is. Probably I will leave them as they are. Room number 5, I will bring I'm planning on bringing a full out of time. I think there will be a great investment for war for a lot of time. And then also they're gonna be required for legendary. If I bring them very high, maybe I can compete very highly for the next legendary. If they don't do something stupid like they did on the Green Goblin Classic trials, which they required a different team for a different node, I think this would be very annoying. If they are the main team and there's like a secondary team, we probably will manage. Okay, and so I'm planning on bringing the full team here. I think it still requires a very strong response. There will be very strong in war for a lot of time. I will probably get one more star on the next legendary if I do this earlier, even though I don't know what the legendary is. But for now, because they're small, I have here 2 gamma members. It's a room that applies. I brought them here, and because at the end I felt I didn't need him on offense when I tried him on the first match, and I don't know, I use him like I don't think I used him very wisely, or he played like a super important role. Well, okay, he helped here of course, but I can't be defending watch without him. And I have a lot of offensive options. I don't need Black Knight. He can be tricky on defense, or at least pull a lot of efficiency. And Captain America with him makes it more tricky to do some stuff to counter him with the deflects, and he also taunts and is annoying. I tried this team and it did very well here. Almost killed Super Scroll with having Abomination here because he's tier 18 and I pulled on 1 diamond on him. And here they pulled a lot of efficiency. I think I will keep Red Hulk on offense after I build like this team higher up, because now they're like smaller, the other 2 members, and I think the Celery will pull something like a Cabal, so that will be a win, and it will almost be a waste. I think Red Hulk here. It remains to be seen. I'm definitely curious to try some things out. I'm also thinking Dormammu. I don't know if I will keep him as room number 6. Maybe bring him in room number 5 and replace probably Cosmic Ghost Rider, maybe Starnak, Starband. I'm also kinda considering like bringing him with a with some sort of extreme, or maybe unlimited, but I'm not very excited about that, especially room number 3, which can be destroyed. And I changed this for room number 6. I faced it. It was the main reason I lost the first Crucible match, and I also went with a big response, I think. If not team, because my new warriors aren't super built. But Super Skull and new warriors, they lose from this team, so I put them on defense, and they're not doing like very bad. Either they pull a big team, and even then they pull some efficiency. Uh, and like if you pull like this team, you're happy. So definitely, I think it's smart. I changed your Mamu placement. I had a him where Black Cat is. We'll experiment with this. We'll experiment a bit with the ISOs. How much like the with the crates that will give apply bleeds and will give uh, also either OB speed bar. Uh, I'm kind of thinking putting something else to give speed to Morgan, either like Emma Frost or I won't put Log here because I need him for Bifrost for number 2. A So that's it for now. For room number 5, I plan to bring full lot of time, at least to try them here. I don't know if I will bring Emma here and room number 6 and put Dormammu somewhere else. Eh, I'm also kind of considering maybe bringing Black Knight somewhere different. So like I lost here against Subdog with Cabal, and okay, they weren't properly built. I didn't play it optimally because I not. It was the second time I used Cabal, and the first time, like Apocalypse basically did everything, and so they almost didn't took a turn because the other two did a lot, like Apocalypse and Volsho. Uh, they help with the passive, but I wasn't experienced with using them here. But it's still a smart team, like putting him either at row number 1 somehow, probably without Rogue. Uh, I don't know if room number 2 instead of Kestrel, how the mirror would go. It would definitely make it trickier for Bifrost. It's not out of the question, room number 3, but I feel it's kind of a waste bringing Moondragon that high and then not using her on defense. Room number 4, he could always slot in, and with villains having less health, be very annoying. Probably would change more. I'm not sure exactly how this will go. Also, kind of thinking about Quicksilver, maybe bringing him room number 5, but then I would need to change room number 4 completely. Also, kind of thought bringing him like instead of Dormammu room number 6. For now, I'm running this. When out of time are built, I'm gonna replace the 2 Gamma members in room number 5. Otherwise, I'm very satisfied with this. I will just put more levels on everyone or most of the characters and leave them as they are and go more offense minded. So on offense we have like Cabal, we have Superior 6, we have... I'm usually using like the full team here on number 3, full Master of Evil, they do great. I'm probably gonna put the third diamond on Kang because he's very important. New warriors, which are for me now, I almost struggle to find a room to use them. Like they are probably gonna attack one of the 2 weakest defenses, so they're probably going out very soon. I kind of want to put a little bit more on them to have them for this season, but I feel it's kind of a waste. Maybe like Gear 17, Gwenpool, and Gear Tier 18, Firestar. I don't know if Deathpool is getting reworked and going with Deadpool now. She's on the loading screen. Then maybe I bring her to Gear 13 and hope she helps. Uh, I'm kind of bringing Eternals now with Angle Web because we have more on offense and the great this team can beat the Infinity Watch very successfully. Not only this, not only Infinity Watch. Uh, Unlimited and something like this. So they're great. They have more uses. Uh, then you have this like if I were to face a Superior Six, but now they're not in defense, they haven't faced them now. This season, I put Rogue here to have them here in mind as a plug and play on offense. Then you have Hive Mind to beat Bifrost. You have Bifrost to beat Pegasus. So I think I'm covered for offense. I will I'm excited to try like Rogue on offense. Maybe we'll find a place for her. Maybe with Red Hulk and like Archangel and Apocalypse, they would do something great. Uh, like, I'm very soon chasing number 5. Uh, I think that's it for now.